Tani pagla quarco ora communist socialist na para wate pia ora maka communist socialism no ore baka kwatu pia wari
This might come as a surprise, but in the history of the modern world, there has never been a communist country. While a number of countries
te wada le hogo kleine la pokwini communist ati koro wa no
have described themselves as communist, for example, China and North Korea, by
ti koro no ani te wa kola da le communist chada le toru koro North Korea no
definition, there has never been a true communist country.
nagale te wada le communist ta te wa communist le communist ati koro ni to o ma ma da to no bla ma da te ya no.
So, what exactly is communism and how does it relate to socialism?
Well, it
may be easier to explain what the two have in common. Both ideologies originate from a desire to limit worker exploitation.
Common la poquini qua pira mara de pane male ludoni dona common male luna over the blevamo eroteyano only the pane closka goro common make edo di me po di tomo tachumo de pane peramo
and lower or eliminate the influence of economic classes in society. There are dozens of variations on both communism and socialism based on the different ways these ideologies are implemented in different countries.
Bakala communist socialism le tikor be ki chot wene that di tolwa ma common the tikor to be pakola na.
There's Stalinism, Leninism, Trotskyism, Maoism, and others which are essentially all versions of Marxism.
Awene baka dakto the kai a common Stalinisian when he wada come up with the pane what do wada le wada couple le parga pala do wada chomo kola socialism kola Marxian no. Awone la Marxi ta chomo kono ba the pane hisuna akone mete Stalinisian when come Stalin he ne wada Marxi ideology the Leninian ka wada Lenin then he ne wada Maxia ta chomo de para ka du ka le ta chomo le ta wa Trotsky me le Mao si me ma no ta la Mao si ne le tru ka Mao si to ne ma no awene ba te pa ne wada ka komo hi ne wada Maxia ta chomo de para ke cho chomo ge wala ka ta du wada le ka ta da wa ma akono ba ko le Stalinisian Leninian wene Trotskyism Mao si ma ata posa le ya ne ma awone ta ko lo wa kloi ko wa te ma
with various styles of revolution. Karl Marx was an economist and philosopher who co-wrote the Communist Manifesto.
Ako commerce ne ke por gala du ro ra ke ra por la chomo choma ba kala muklo we kwa ta le tho go ro we akoma na we ko we ba kala community ge klo ra ta lo ta le community ta to ne ra le community lo mo come ne all the wall plug bu ne me ke do di to me po di to ta lo man na ma po lo da ma we ideology ne ata chomo choma ne ya ne mo ba
among other foundational books on communism. In short, his theories centered around the idea that as Europe transitioned from centralized monarchies to quasi-democratic capitalist economies, workers were being exploited by those who owned the means of
Corale consular democracy common typical point is out on new at Sotaga Molly wasn't a penny called capitalism had topper Makale clothes G money. Makale clothes G the pane, Muklu, then I had Ara common while Duklo G the pane. Come on, Edo, Madame Porta, while the Duklo G was the Panama or Tevianamon.
Monarchies to quasi-democratic capitalist economies, workers were being exploited by those who owned the means of production. So if you work in a factory or on a farm, as many at the time did, whoever owns the factory or farm is getting more out of the worker than they're putting in. This creates an inherent inequality, giving
common neva wa mara wadir pa neva pui baba phola was nagelo wake wala ora ko odi wa talata klek cha de ni dodu amya dodu ma da da amya dodu na hila wa mara pol ti che pola ma awani de kera wa tar khale ko la inequality ne komata the da ti to ro ba ma ba kala ta close ta ko wani
The owners, who Marx called the bourgeoisie, power over the workers, called the proletariat. In Marxism, to fix this inequality, society must shift towards a model where the proletariat hold this power instead, by collectively controlling the means of production. That's where socialism and communism come into play.
Akone common da lo ta ko wa da ba she la wani le kam ma cho ni chomo la okay di da lo wa le ke do de pha di da ma no ba pho ya pho wa ne wani pa do de pha ne ko ba common ko ba sa ra hi da mu da da ko ba a common ko ba wa le ni a de pha da ko ba hi we ba le ta de pha ma de ko ba le ni ba le ke do ke tho si ko ni ko ba hi we da ba le pho bu de pha de le ke do lo de ni le lo pho de ba wa ne ko ni sa ra bi ne common pa do pa de ne ko ba ku ka ba patele ka ba hi we da ma ka ba hi da ka ma ne ne mi ni da de ba na ba le show le pdo le fila na pdo kwa hi la ka da ya ma da te ya ma a ko ne ta to we ne me call socialism na communism ne he nu la ma la wa ga te da ba ko ma no
According to Marx, socialism is a precursor to communism and the next logical step after capitalism. In socialism, a democratic state controls the means of production rather than having private companies hold ownership. Instead of
အခုတော့တဲဘကလည်း socialism မြောက်လည်းထီကောတဲ့ဖာနေကမနေလက်ချတာလည်းဒီမိုကရေစီထီကောတဲ့ဖာနေကမနေထီကောနေဝဲဟီကဝဲတာအဲ့တော့တဲဝဲတာလည်းတပ်ပြီးတပ်ဖို့တဲ့ဖာကလို့ကြည့်တဲ့ဖာနေဖာမနေကဘာမီတာ control တပ်ဘဟီကလည်းအဲ့တော့တဲလည်းထီဘကောဖို့မှာတော့ဒါတော့တဲရတယ်မှာအဲ့ငါတို့တဲမတ်တဲ့ဖာထောတာကေတို့နေငါတို့တဲပြတဲ့ချက်လို့ပြောမှာကမနေဝီမာတော့ထီဘကောဖို့နေတက်လည်းထောမောမှာတော့ကလို့ကြည့်နေကမနေကလည်းထောမှာကောလည်း capitalist society မှာတဲ့မှာတာပြရတာကဘာအဲ့တော့တေဝရလည်းမီကဲတော့ကဲထောဒီသမန်ဘာပြရတာမှာမီစားတာပြရတာဘလောက်ခေါ်ပါမီစားတာပြရတာခေါ်တော့လည်းကဲတော့ဒီပါကဲတော့လည်းလူလည်းဖော်လေလို့အဲ့တော့တေဝရပို့ဆိုင်ရ
competing with each other as in a capitalist society, socialism has workers contribute as much as they can to the greater good, and then they all share equally in that good. Variations of this idea are already popular within capitalist societies in the form of universal healthcare or social services like fire departments and schools funded by taxes. While
အခုနေဟဲ့ဝဲတို့ရတာလဲ socialist ခမတာဟဲ့ခိုင်းနော်လာထဲတာတီတာရတာလဲတာချို clinic free ကွာတယ်လားခမဘတို့နေထွေဝတာခွတာသဲဦးလာဟဲ့ကတာတီဘကဝတာချို clinic ခမနေ free လာမလဲတာချိုက်တယ်လဲ free တီကောတော့နော်မှာဝဲရနေမှာအခုနေကဲ socialist မှာဝဲ socialist ခမလဲဝါကိုဘတောင်းမှုပဲကတီကောတော့တီဘကဝတောင်းမှုပဲကတတ်ချက်တော့ဟောတတ်တဲ့တော့တီတော့ကမှာဒါဟဲ့ဝဲတို့ရတာလဲကာကွာချိုးလေတော့ချိုးကားနေခမနေဝါတို့တဲ့ပတ်ထော်တာကွတာတဲ့ဦးလာတော့လေတီဘကောဘောဟိကဒါဝလေကာဘောချိုးတဲ့ပါလေတော့ကာနေ free လာမှာတဲ့တရနေဆက်တော့ရလေကွာလေကွာမှာသီမေဦးအဝဒါအဝဲကလိုတဲ့ဖာမီခမနေတော့နိဘာကလိုချီလေကမလို့ဦးလာတော့ခမနေဘတို့ဟိဝတာကွတာတဲ့ဦးလာတကွတာတဲ့နေပါကိငါကဒါဝဒါကွာမှာသီမေဦးအဝဲအဝဲကလိုကနေတော့ခမနေတာမိကဒါခါခိုင်မခါလေမီဝရမီကောနာငနေတော့တဲ့ While the
use of these services is unequal, everyone is equally responsible for contributing to them based on their ability or level of income. So that's socialism. But once the state controls all the means of production, the next step is total collective ownership, not just of production, but all aspects of society and economy, including private property. The intention of abolishing private property is a classless, moneyless, and stateless society where everyone works towards the same collective goal of being healthy, happy, and free. Everybody does what they can to contribute and takes only what they need in return. As I said before, there are no true communist countries, and there never have been. Every so-called communist country is actually a socialist country, with the state controlling employment and economy.
come on but do pa de ba ne hi weta quota to hi na kana awan at kill le socialism mo
economy to some degree. Even the widely referred to communist Russia was actually called the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. In short, socialism and communism are not altogether different. Rather, most schools of economics consider socialism to be a precursor to communism once the state has enough control over society and economy. But this total control is a major reason that socialist countries struggle to reach this ideal. Corruption is rampant in countries like the former USSR, Venezuela, Vietnam, and North Korea.
Come on timelo ta ko po ra la timelo state come on do pa de ba to le hi ti bo ka bo ta le job la ne no ko ne ideology ne ta chum ko ne ni hi ti bo ko ta gu la ne no ko ba ki hi la ga da ti bo ko bo na ge le ki la de le hi ti bo ko bo la de hi ge ke la ba na ko ke da le ta gu bi ko bla ma le ta klo chi le ma ni de ba ne ti hi ga ti bo ko bo he wa do ya da le Venezuela mi ge he wa do ya da le Vietnam mi ge ya da le North Korea mi ma no ya da le he wa ya da le Iraq ya da Saddam Hussein he wa pe ya da le Saddam Hussein Maduro da wa ne Ho Chi Minh de Kim Jong Un ke ma no he wa do ya ni
Largely due to people in power abusing that power instead of using it to help the society they control, and refusing to give up that power to the people. Nonetheless, socialist ideals have seen incredible success when paired with capitalism in countries like Sweden and Canada. The human hurdle of overcoming power
အခုနေတော့ community တလဲ social ideology နေမပါဖို့ခေါ် capitalist ရမခါလဲကျတော့ democracy system တော့လက်ထောက်ကြီးမှာပေါ့တဲ့တော့ကပ်ဖို့လက်တီဘကဘောဝေးမှာဟေဝတ်တော့ရတော့တီကောင်းကောပဲနေဟိုတပလပင်ရမဟေဝတ်တော့ရတော့လေကိကွာကဒါကြီးကျတော့
when paired with capitalism in countries like Sweden
ဒါကြတော့ Sweden တီကောနေဝင်နေပါဖို့ရတာဝင် socialist ရပါမှာတယ်
and Canada.
ဒါကြတော့
The
Canada နေ
human
ပေါ့
hurdle of overcoming power and greed in government is the biggest reason we've never seen a true communist country. So, which countries have been labeled communist, and how do they actually live up to their reputations? Find out in this video to the right. Thanks for watching.
အခုနေတော့ပွဲလာမှာဒါဒီကွာရတာပေါ်တာတာရတဲ့ပြဝယ်ရရနေလာမှာနော်အခုနေရနေဝါသနာဟိုလည်းဟာကွာရတာတီဝီကောဝီတာကတော့ရကွာတဘလတာချက်တော့မဟုတ်ရကွာတော့ဟိုနေကေဝရတာခါမနော်ကွာလဲတူတာဟိုတော့ကွာသေးလာမှာဒါတို့ free ခက်လဲလားတလို့လည်းမပွေနော်ဒါဘလနော်